for staying tuned, and it's time for the breakfast review segment. Obviously, my guests are already seated here in the studio. The Honorable Member of Parliament for the Jirapa constituency, the Honorable Cletus Dapila, is here in the studio. Good morning, Honorable.
Good morning, Lantam.
Welcome.
Thank you. It's been a while.
Yes, it has.
Good.
I was wondering where you have been hiding.
Well, it's constituency and parliamentary staff and the pressure, the economic pressure.
So, economic pressure?
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. I thought MPs didn't have economic pressure.
Oh, why? Once times are tough, it affects everybody. The few people once do it very well, there's much pressure on them. When the economy is good, everybody is doing well. And you won't have pressure on one or two people. It's just like the family. In the family, the only one person doing very well. When the rest are not working, there's more pressure on you. So the dependency has been very high in this economy because of how things have been done.
It is well. Yeah. It is well.
We hope so. But that will be 2025 under Mahama.
Well,
for the hope.
That's the hope this year.
The hope this year, we cannot. There is no hope in this administration again. The only hope we have will be 2025 under Mahama.
Okay. Well, at the end of the day, like I've been saying, Ghanaians will go to the polls and they will decide. Dr. Ezekiel Ajekumo Bing is here in the studio. He's a member of the NPP's communications team. Doc, good morning.
Good morning, Lantam.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing very well, by God's grace.
Good to know. Are you also under pressure?
My senior brother, obviously, is trying to make hay while there's sunshine. And there's little opportunity anytime given. You give them 1 inch, you have to take 10 miles. So it's perfectly understood. It's a political season. Anything to repackage a failed administration to us is what they always want to do. But clearly, the Ghanaians, like you said, will go to the polls. And we've not, at any point, never shied away from admitting the economic turmoil the whole world is facing. It's not just Ghana. We were here last week. I mentioned to you doctors in Kenya who have stayed home, the health system in Kenya on its knees. The ministry is asking newly qualified doctors to take a salary slash of 30%. And they are qualified to work as doctors. The more you stay home, especially when you've graduated fresh and you've not started work, the more you lose the knowledge you've acquired because you've not tasted fully clinical service. But they've been asked to stay home. Reduce your salary because governments cannot pay you. The conditions of service agreed in 2015.
So essentially,
I can't do it anymore.
The whole world is going through economic turmoil. Just like Ghana.
Ghana is part of the world. We are not an island, obviously.
Okay. So it's not the fault of the government.
The wind that was blowing, clearly. I mean, we experienced some of the wind. It is not the fault of the government.
Okay.
It is rather the responsibility of government to return the country to its pre-COVID state. And that's exactly what the government is doing.
All right.
Accepting the responsibility and working towards bringing the change and what we used to experience before COVID. And government is on track. IMF has already come out to say that the worst days are over for the country.
Are you sure?
We should all come together as a people, support government and government businesses and help government to recover fully. And we are there, and God is our guide.
Okay, well, at the end of the day, the Ghanaian who is sitting out there feels it, and he who feels it knows it. So I guess when we go to the polls in December, that verdict will also be out there, whether Ghanaians
your government has never
will decide that the government has done a good job.
Only shifting
and maintain the government.
Mr.
Kwame Jantwa is here in the studio as well. Mr. Kwame Jantwa is a member of the CPP, and he's a private legal practitioner as well. Mr. Jantwa, good morning.
Good morning.
So, Jantwa, what is making you laugh this morning?
It's incredible and amazing. 2015, 2014, 2015. Didn't the NPP say the same thing about the NDC? Times are hard. These are suffering. What's our suffering? Did they not say the same thing? It's politics. It's politics we are playing. So for me, it's just a sound of music in my ear. The people of Ghana will determine who they want to be president come 2025. But Lantam, last week I think we discussed a topic which I think we were a bit skewered. I felt we were a bit skewered. And this was the topic to do with the former rector for Gimpa. What's his name?
Professor Stephen Adai.
Professor Stephen Adai. So we looked at what the unions had said, but your producers didn't give us the opportunity to hear what he also said, to put it in context.
Oh, we did.
No,
we played it.
We didn't play it.
We played it.
No, not that I
we
remember.
played that interview several times here on GHOne.
Well, not that I remember.
Several times.
I remember us going straight into the discussion.
Yes, because we had even played it earlier.
Well, I mean, on that program.
Yes, we had.
I don't think we played it on
played
that
it,
program.
We played it. I mean, we have the clip. We can always bring it, but we played that interview
I just felt
times.
it wasn't in context. Listening to it again, I realized some of the things that he had said, if you were to attribute it to how some Ghanaians work, was true. So I didn't see the balance, and I realized.
Right, but we
that
did play it several times. In fact, that morning
on that
earlier,
on our program.
yes, we did.
Okay.
We did.
And maybe
we did play back the clip.
Maybe I was sleeping.
But speaking of politics, the Ejiso by-election obviously is happening tomorrow. The MPP are geared, or should I say, they are positioning themselves to maintain the seats with their parliamentary candidates. But obviously there's an independent parliamentary candidate who was of the MPP cloth, but is an independent candidate now, also contesting. And it seems like it's a two-horse race, even though there are a whole lot of other candidates. There are about 6 candidates contesting in that election, but it seems to be a two-horse race between a former MPP MP, 3-time MP, and then the current lawyer who has been elected as the representative for the MPP in the by-election. Very brief comment on this. I'm pretty sure you saw the reports that our men on the ground from Ejiso brought early on the show. Honorable, how do you view this? I mean, it's been said that a vote for the independent candidates is a vote for the NDC. Do you agree? Are you supporting him?
Well, Lantan, let me use this opportunity to say good morning to the good people of Jirapa constituency. I know over the weekend there were so many activities, funerals, and all of that. I just want to use this medium to say good morning to everybody. Good morning to the good people of Ghana. Let me say that, Lantam, the NDC did not participate, or we are not participating in the Ejiso by-election because we don't want to destabilize our strategy. We are very focused going into the 2024 elections. We've put in a lot of strategy to win the 2024 7th December elections. So we decided that we will not participate in the Ejiso by-elections. So we have no interest in Ejiso. We just don't have any interest in Ejiso. What we just pray for is that there should be peace, the elections should be conducted free and fair, because even though we are not participating, we are a democratic party, and we believe that democracy should exist in Ejiso. Lantan, why do you think that everybody in the MPP, including the president, are all talking and dragging the NDC into the Ejiso by-elections? This is MPP stronghold. This is their stronghold. Yet they are struggling to get their candidate elected because of the independent candidate. And anything they want to do, they want to draw the NDC into it. We have come out clearly that we are not participating. And we've gone by our words. We are not participating. Yet they will go and concoct letterheads, manufacture resources that we've allocated to the independent candidate. No, we wouldn't do that. We will not do that. I saw a letter being purported to be coming from the NDC headquarters, signed by our General Secretary, allocating so much resources to the independent candidate. Why would we do that? We have a candidate that we are preparing for the 7th December elections. So if we have such resources, we would rather give it to our candidate to take the seat for us. So it is not that we are afraid to go into Ejoso. No, we just don't want to. The entire party machinery is working. We are underground. We are touching base with the people. The building, the Ghana that we want is all over. 24-hour economy. We are sending that message to the base, and Ghanaians are resonating with us. So we don't want to destabilize our base because of just one by-elections that even that the circumstances that our friend died, we just even cannot still come to terms with it. So we are not participating. Lantan, what is happening in Ejoso? Looking at the posturing of the president, when the president mounted the rally, what he said, that in that arrogant posturing and all of that tells you that all is not well in this country. Because if in their own backyard, they are struggling to win a seat, it tells you that the people of Ejoso are disappointed in their own party. It tells you that they have no confidence in the MPP. They don't believe that the MPP can do anything electing an MPP member of parliament. So the people prefer a 3-time member of parliament whom they believe had done certain projects that were abandoned by the MPP itself in Ejoso. So they think that if they bring the former MP back to power, those projects will be completed. That is why the president, instead of begging and appealing to the people as he did in 2008, when he was an opposition leader, he went to stand there to tell them that, look, I'm the only one who can sign for a road contract to be done in Ejoso in a very arrogant manner. You have to be appealing, you beg for people to vote for you to be president. Now you became president for almost 8 years because you are no more contesting elections. All you can talk is he goes to talk in a manner like he's threatening the people to vote for his preferred candidate. But I can tell you, whether they like it or not, Ghanaians don't see the MPP as they saw MPP yesterday. They realize that MPP has mismanaged the economy of this country. Times are hard for everybody. Everybody businesses has collapsed. Their foot soldiers, their party women, their party youth are unemployed. They cannot help them. And they know that, look, the only way that things can be better for them is to vote MPP out of power. That is why even as NDC is not participating in the elections, they are struggling. They are struggling to elect their own to be the member of parliament. And I can tell you, the independent MP or candidate is a threat. It's an albatross on their necks. If they don't do gerrymandering and all of it, information I'm gathering shows that the guy is in a comfortable lead. Irrespective of all the forces that they marshal into Ejoso to fight that independent man, it tells you that the MPP is not the party that we all knew yesterday.
So you believe at the end of the day, this evening would be declaring the independent candidate?
Lantan, even if the independent candidate does not win the elections, but all of us can testify to the fact that MPP really struggle in Ejoso, in their own backyard. In their own backyard. You heard the stories. You heard their members speaking, social media, on TV, radio. They are lambasting their own government. They said the government has disappointed them. And even if they bring Dr. Baumia, the status quo will be the same. Nothing will change. The only hope that they think we can get in this country is when we change the leadership of the MPP. Whether with Baumia or with anybody, it is going to be the same. So the only hope that Ghanaians are thinking about is to change the MPP administration. That is when, you see, the arrogance, the impunity, the lawlessness, the corruption is too much in Ghana. It's too much under this regime. It's too much. Everybody is talking. Everybody is crying. Why? Go to Ejoso and see the kind of resources, the kind of monies, the kind of material things that they are using to induce voters to vote for somebody in their own backyard. Somebody in their own backyard. That is the irony of the whole thing, Lantan. It's surprising. It's so shocking. So for me, MPP is gone. MPP is not a party, it's a lame duck party. They cannot win the next elections again. They cannot. Ghanaians will punish them for all this impunity, for all this lawlessness, for all this corruption that they have put on Ghanaians. Ghanaians have suffered enough under them. We cannot allow them to continue. This is not politics. And I have said that anybody who is feeling the heat, whether in public service, in local government, teachers, nurses, drivers, carriers, everybody should all support the NDC so that we change this current administration. We are changing this current administration not because of the fact that, not because NDC wants change, but because Ghana is going down on its knees. Whether all our institutions are being helpless. Now, every state institution that you know, Lantan, is being political. It's being political. Go to the ministries, local government service, go to the assemblies. All the assemblies are being collapsed. They can't pay common fund. All the local government service, the workers, all of them, they get out, they don't even know whether to go to work. Because if you go to work, what are you going to do?
And the NDC can change all.
NDC, when we were in power, we revamp the local government system. You know, it's our baby. It's a concept of Professor Awoye and Co. Just to bring governance to the doorsteps of the people. Now, everything is being centralized. You cannot even send mere common fund that they even cap. They cap it, and yet they can still pay to ensure that local governments, the assemblies function. So most of the assemblies are collapsed. The workers are not happy.
All right.
So we are urging everybody in this country, let's marshal forces and change this inept administration for the betterment of everybody in this country.
Dr. GHOne, coming to you now, how confident are you that by 6 p.m., 7 p.m. tonight, the MPP candidate is going to be declared as the MP for Ejisu, or the MP elect for Ejisu?
Lantan, good morning once again, and my honorable MP, Mr. Jantua.
Morning.
When I hear the NDC speak this way, the only thing that comes to mind is that they are telling the good people of Ghana that they are not an alternative. And once again, they don't even have confidence and belief in their own party, leadership, and flag bearer. After enumerating all these problems and telling the whole world that the good people of Ashanti are not happy with the MPP, that the MPP has failed, and we are going to be punished, I thought this was the brightest opportunity for them to indeed exhibit the so-called anger and punishment Ghanaians are going to visit on the MPP. If you believe the ground is fertile, why won't you throw yourself in? We are being told that we have some grand scheme and our plans will be distorted. Oh, come on. Are you telling me today, unfortunately, let's say an MP resigns in one of their strongholds. NDC is telling us today that they won't contest that election because they have their systems, plans already laid. And anything that comes, any unpredicted by-election that comes, is going to distort their plan.
Maybe they have different strategies for different
Come
times.
on, my brother. You claim the grounds are fertile, and NPP has failed, and Ghanaians are going to reject them. This is the time to show. Give that indication. Give that light. Tell Ghanaians that indeed NPP has failed. And use this as the test case to tell Ghanaians that we are coming to power. But you came here and enumerated all these problems, supposedly. Yet you failed to contest. I mean, it beats my imagination. You are clearly telling us that, in your view, the NPP has failed, in quotes. Yet you are not prepared to rule. Should you go and win the by-election, you are going to form majority in parliament, isn't it? You had this opportunity to control parliament, yet we won't contest because we have a scheme to win general elections. Oh, when you are controlling parliament and you are keeping government on its toes, and you have opportunity to push your agenda even much harder in parliament, you are telling Ghanaians that no, we are waiting 2025.
Maybe that's what they want to
it's
do.
a
That's
very
their
defeating
strategy.
stand.
That's their
It doesn't
strategy.
show a party which is prepared. It doesn't show a party who believes in what they are saying. So everyone listening to my senior brother today, I respect him, but on can't share. Because indeed, if we see an opportunity anywhere, we go for it. That's politics. That's a political party. MPP has failed. The people are going to reject MPP. Yet we won't contest. We have elections to win 2025. Come on. every day, every opportunity presents itself to help you prepare yourself towards 2025. Yet, you are hungry. There's food. I won't eat because I want to eat later. That's what my brother is telling us.
Yeah.
It's purely
You fast now so that
you fast now.
So that
you are hungry. You want food to eat.
Gratification.
You want food to eat
Instead of instant gratification.
No, it don't happen. This will rather even make you full. You are preparing for 2024 general elections, and parts of the things that will help you, for example, like I said, is to become majority in parliament, where you keep government on its toes, where you make the MPP struggle. Yet you see an opportunity, MPP has failed, and you won't go for it. You are here rather marketing and touting the credentials of an independent candidate, and the fact that the government has failed. So the only person to bring development to the people of Ejiso is the MP. This is where sometimes MPs' own words come to haunt them. You know you are not an agent of development. You can only lobby, and you have some statutory payments that can help you do a few things in your constituency. Yet my brother is telling us today that the person to bring development to Ejiso is not the government, it's not the future NDC government, but the MP. And all developmental projects there started by the man.
You know, but
how does an MP construct rules?
You know, it's interesting because some of the sentiments from some of the voters, according to our reporters on the ground, is that the former MP started some project.
That is where
on his own.
And
when he was voted out
he
in
stopped.
the NPP's primaries,
he stopped.
And the late Honorable GHOne Kuma came in. The Honorable GHOne Kuma didn't continue.
It's
those projects.
The people
and so they want him to come back to continue the projects that he started when he was
It's
MP.
incumbent on us to expose the former MP. So you only do good to us when you think we have given you power. That's all that the man is trying to tell the people.
Oh, he was MP, so maybe through his common fund.
From his own.
He was
the common fund is not his personal money.
He was
the
doing
common fund is not.
And he's not MP anymore.
The
so how
common
does he
fund.
continue?
The common fund is not his personal money. So he started something on his own. You didn't say he was using statutory allocations to do projects. He said his own, meaning his own pocket.
No.
And we kick you out.
He started a project. As to whether it was on his own or he was using the common fund. People say
let's use this opportunity.
GHOne Kuma didn't continue those projects, so they want him back. I'm telling you what the people said.
No problem. That's what I'm saying, that let's use the opportunity to educate people. And to me, the problem in whatever they are saying, maybe they've not averted their minds to it. So it's incumbent on me to expose what they believe is happening. In the sense that you started something on your own. It is not your personal money. If you have problems with certain things that started days or years back, but the government has not been able to complete those things, well, fair enough, you have a case. But to give total credit to the man to say he did those things, yet those things were abandoned when he was out of power. If I'm building a community clinic for my people in my village today, and I'm saying, oh, I was the assembly person there, and now I'm no more the assembly person, so I won't continue. It clearly shows that I'm not doing it for the benefit of the community. I'm doing it because I believe you're giving me some position. All that I'm saying today is that the NDC has shown that they're not an alternative, first of all, because my honorable MP says that the government has failed, and the people of Ejiso are angry with the government, yet they won't contest because they have a certain grand scheme towards 2025. And secondly, we will plead with the people. It's elections. We will beg them. We will do whatever we need to do as a people to get the MPP elected. In the unfortunate event, unlikely event, that even the former MP comes. The former MP was an MP on the ticket of the MPP.
But he has disowned the MPP now.
No problem. He was an MP on the ticket of the MPP for 3 good terms. He didn't go independent. He endeared himself to the people on the ticket of the MPP. We've seen scenarios. Honorable Joe Wise came through independency. The former MP doing business with the MPP in Parliament. The fact that an MP goes to win a ticket as independent doesn't mean the people dislike the party. The Bekwai situation. MPP won in Bekwai and they made Honorable Joe Wise an MP. Formina, MPP won. and they made the Fomna MP, the MP. So today, should that adjacent people, even a likely situation, accept the former MP? Doesn't mean they hate the MPP. There are test cases there to tell. Joe Rice, Fomina, and a host of others. Shaba became an MP, tried contesting in Koko. He had a lot of votes as independent MP. Yeah? Yet the people of Nkoko overwhelmingly endorsed the MPP. So we can sit here and lie to ourselves, create certain impression that people are angry at the MPP, they are going to reject the MPP. On the 7th December, they will go for MPP. When it comes to MPs, there are a lot of scenarios. The person contesting is different, the election is different from presidential election. That's why we are giving 2 ballot papers. I was in Hohoi 2020 to campaign. And I saw the love that people have for Honorable GHOne Amewu, right? But comparing his vote to that of the MPP, huge gap. The people loved Honorable Amewu. They didn't show the same likeness or love towards the MPP's presidential candidate.
So you're saying even
so
if
the fact
Honorable
that
Adiomi wins,
even
it doesn't mean that the people
are against any patriotic party.
But I mean,
They are not saying they are not going
the president and your flag bearer, who is the vice president as well, have said they vote for the independent candidates. They vote for the NDC.
That is what gave the people, the president and the candidates, the confidence to even say that. That I know you are MPP, you like us, and you would vote the MPP in terms of presidential elections. But on the parliamentary seat, the people you do not want to rule the country, the people you don't want to see ascend to the throne, which is the NDC, reason why on the presidential election day you vote the MPP. If you vote for this person, he's going to do business with them in parliament. So the president is telling you that I know you don't want. I know you don't want. I know you don't want just NDC. Wow. I know you don't want NDC anywhere close to the presidency. So use that, channel that to vote the MPP candidates.
Okay.
So we are firm in our minds.
All right.
We urge the people, the party people, put everything aside, go show love towards the party. In the end, I know I'll test you, and you read my test tomorrow morning. That's yes. We said MPP it today. Award. That obviously the MPP is going to.
I'll be waiting for the text. Mr. GHOne, let me bring you in now. Obviously, the MPP want to maintain their seats, which was occupied by the Honorable John Kuma, but there is very stiff competition, obviously, from the former member of parliament, which resulted in, the president, the vice president, other bigwigs of the MPP all going to Ejisu to make sure that they're able to campaign properly to secure the seat for the MPP again.
Good morning to my brothers. Good morning to our viewers. My father was an MP in Ejisu.
The first MP for
First
Ejisu.
MP for Ejisu. He was 65.
Yes.
He was a cabinet minister, the last cabinet minister of Nkrumah to die in 2020.
Minister for Agri.
So I remember when we were young, we used to go to Ejisu, but I was young, so I didn't know what we were going to Ejisu to do. But we used to go there. During those times, Ejisu wasn't so close to Kumasi.
Yeah.
So you have to travel. I'm a bit, I won't say confused, but concerned that the president is not learning from the last independent candidate in parliament. I heard some of the things the president was saying, and I think it's quite a strong word to use, but in my ears it was vile. I felt the president, being a father, should probably try, since the independent has won that seat 3 times for the MPP, should try as much as possible, when he heard it, call the two together as leader and try and sort that out. But his comments, for me, were not gratifying at all. Anybody has the right to stand, whether independent or with the party. So is the independence right if he says, I want to stand? It's his right. And he can stand. Nothing bars him from standing. But you, as a leader of a party in power, and you are outgoing, I thought that being as he was outgoing, he should have shown statesmanship in calling the independents. And the reason why they've all flocked there, because they know it can be a challenge for the candidates that they are supporting. So they've all flocked in there and saying all sorts of things and talking all sorts of things, where they could have even called, said, my dear friend, we are in the same party. You have handled that constituency 3 times for the MPP. What is this independent thing that you want to bring on board? You know that it can affect us. And you know the situation the country is in. And really, we do not need this kind of thing now. And to take it into consideration is how many months to election?
Roughly maybe about 6 or
6
so.
months.
6, 7 months.
6 months. Really and truly, the MP who comes and gets into parliament, what really would he be able to do as compared to if he was there for 4 years? It's only 6 months. So for me, all those comments that were made by Vice President Baumia, by the President himself, by others, really wasn't, it wasn't worth it. You consolidate yourself by coming together. You don't consolidate yourself by going apart. And I can bet you, it's their stronghold. It's their stronghold. And if it so happens that this independent gentleman doesn't win, then they should know, the MPP should know, come 7th January, is going to be, 7th December, is going to be tough. Because he will not sit down this time round. After all the things that have been said about him by a party he was once in, it's not going to be easy. They're going to have it tough with anybody who stands. Probably the gentleman who will win if the MPP's, the party's guy wins, and this independent decides to stand again for December 7th, it's not going to be easy. And so the president, the vice president, and all the bigwigs should have thought forward. And you're saying what? Why are you fanning the fire for NDC? Why? Why are you fanning the fire for NDC? So come, December 7th, the NDC and other parties know that that is the MPP stronghold. The independent man stands, the NDC stand, other parties stand. Then they decide, because of MPP, we are all going to make sure that we work together as one. How does that benefit them? How? So really and truly, they should have, you see, wisdom speaks to the mind, folly speaks to senses. They should have used the wisdom to look at the scene, because the last MP, who is now deputy speaker, yeah, when he went, Formina
Andrews,
when he went independent, what did they say about him? Was he not the savior of MPP in parliament? Was he not? Wasn't he the one who now decided to sit on the side of the MPP? So if for nothing at all, they should have thought about that. He's used to them if the independent got into parliament. At this moment, if the independent gentleman gets into parliament, do you think he would want to work with the MPP after all that has been said about him?
I mean, it's possible. We've seen it happen before.
We've seen that, but it's the temperament, they're two different people.
Yeah.
He might not like the way he has been, the type of things that have been said about him. He might not like it and decide, I've decided I'm never going to go back into MPP. But anyway, politics, you can never tell what will happen. But if he decides that and he gets into parliament and he's the one who swings, how do you think it will be done? But anyway, let's see how it goes. It's an election, isn't it? The people in Ejoso would vote, won't they? And they'll vote based on party affiliation. Though some will vote on projects that are in the country, some will vote for the love of the past MP, GHOne Kuma. And by the end of the day, we would know there are how many people in the constituency? 100 and something thousand, 106,000 or something, 106,000 plus in the constituency. So let's see how it goes. Let's just pray that nothing untoward happens. There's no violence, nobody gets hurt, and it's peaceful, and it's transparent, and the counting goes very, very well. That is the most important thing. Because it's not only those standing for election that are on trial, the Electoral Commission too is on trial. So let's see how it goes.
Right.
And
I
may
believe
the best man win.
Yeah, at the end of the day, we'll know how it went. But still, speaking of politics,
Lantan,
let me bring this in. While the GHOne by-election campaign and everything was going on, the Vice President, Dr. Bawumia, was also kick-starting his campaign. I believe he started it in the Eastern region, and that's the next issue I want us to come to. I know you have a few words to say, so let me just give you about 1 minute, to do that, and then we'll move on.
And to talk, let's still on GHOne. GHOne is like a dog-by-dog situation. You see, they are. GHOne is a testimony to the fact that the MPP is in disarray. The party is not together. The party is in shambles. The issues that are coming from GHOne, it is MPP people who are telling Ghanaians that they are disappointed in their own government. The party has disappointed. It's not even the NDC. It's not even the NDC. I want my brother Doc to understand that. All the comments, all the videos, all the rallies that are being held, the main speakers castigating, lambasting, lampooning the government of the day. They are members of the NPP. They are not even NDC people.
Which speakers?
Yeah, in GHOne.
Which speakers?
Oh, go. Those who are campaigning for the independent candidate, they are MPP stalwarts.
In who?
In GHOne.
For example.
Oh, why? You think that the independent candidate, the support, the reason why your entire party machinery will have to descend to GHOne to campaign against him, you think it's easy there? It's not easy there because your party members are up in arms against your own candidate.
All right, Honorable, let me come in here because we need to go live to GHOne now. We understand, according to reports that we're getting, that some well-built men have been seen walking around some polling stations. Our man on the ground, Isaac Justice Bediako, is connecting with us live at GHOne as we speak to give us an update on the situation. Isaac, what can you report? What is this we're hearing about people being uncomfortable with seeing well-built men, around some polling stations? What is happening?
Yeah, so Lantam, currently I am at Pamu Police Station B, Chief Palace. That is where I am at the moment. And as you can see from the background, voting has already started. A lot of people have come here to vote. As you rightly said, yes, metro men have been deployed to various polling centers. Right now, about 5 of them have been dropped here by the New Patriotic Party. And so these people are going around where the elections are going to be held. So they are here as the people are saying, on our way to GHOne. That's why we saw about 500 metro men being deployed to the various voting centers. As we speak here, the deputy local government minister is here. And now there's a confusion as one of the police said by metro men trying to, whisk a certain man out from the area. So that has been the situation now. But before then, we'll try and speak to Mr. Bossman, the deputy EC chair, who is also here. actually monitoring the
proceedings at this particular polling center. So that has been the situation so far. It has been uneasy tension in Kwamo community. Everything is going on. The people are not talking. Just that some metro men have come here to whisk a certain man, and we don't know where they are sending that man to. And the man is also protesting that he won't go. So that is what is happening now. The metro man has arrived, and these people who are doing this, the police command is trying to engage the person of Mr. Obi Amwa. But we'll try and speak to the EC boss, who is also going around to brief us what he has observed so far in the areas where he has been. Chief, good morning. You are live on GHOne TV.
Good morning.
You are observing the election, and let's say you are the one managing these elections. So far, what have been your observation in the areas that you have been to?
So far, I've been to 10 polling stations, and the exercise has been very, very peaceful. Our verification devices are working excellently, and people are voting. Although we expect the numbers to be higher than what we are seeing, we do anticipate that at the end of the day, more people would have come out and vote. So that's what we are hoping for. So security has been excellent, with the exception of one or two places. I think, based on what we are hearing, we expect to have a very, very good day, a very, very successful by-election, to follow in the tradition of what we had in Kumewu, what we had in Asenov.
Currently, we are not sure of how the security is going to be, but we are seeing metro men around here now. They have arrested somebody that they are trying to whisk away. We don't know, because you are the one managing this election. But with what is happening around here, can our security be guaranteed?
No, I think the security is guaranteed. I'm here to go to that polling station to find out what actually transpired. But I believe that you are seeing about at least 3 or 4 policemen at each polling station. So I know the police, they are well able to handle any eventuality, any misunderstanding that will come up at the polling station. So everything should be under control.
Thank you, Mr. Bob Smart. But the situation is becoming chaotic in this community. Metro men has arrived and they have started misbehaving here. They have waked a certain man that they want to put into a vehicle and take him away. We don't know what is going on, but I have seen the MP for Kumewu. So they have pushed the man into a pickup that they are sending him away. And this is being done under the supervision of the Kumewu Member of Parliament, Obi Amwa is here. The police officers are there watching, and they are doing nothing about the situation. That is what is happening here right now. We don't know what is happening. Then they cost the CI. They say enough here, but that is the situation now. So it's gradually becoming chaotic. It's becoming chaotic here at Kwamo community. Yes, the metro men have started creating fear in this polling station. As you can see, Honorable, you are here. You have seen what is happening. What is the situation now? You won't talk. Okay, so we have also the New Patriotic Party regional organizer Francois. He won't talk. So that is the situation now. The man has been whisked away into the pickup. They are sending him away, and these people are also not police officers. Police personnel are here, and they are not talking about the situation. Nobody is willing to speak to the media on this. So that is the situation. Mame,
yes, you'll be better about when you're police agent to one soho. And I confused about Omadin the court. I just so.
No more police for
Metro for.
I know my father. Namu besides some of the Nico.
Almost just police station.
Ne Bonnie Hawaii and saying,
Sir, what do you ban to Quabeba?
It's your mono metro for no Ababe fan say, or 100 and said not to come to
a map of Bonogran and Nimmy had the Moja and Nimmy now.
The Nimmy now.
Ah, what about Tracy can't have any Nimmy now, no Moja Griffin anymore.
So, I mean, that is the situation now. There was no tension here. There was no confusion here until these metro men arrived here to create this confusion. So now,
right.
The situation is very bad.
Okay.
The situation is very bad now. the people who arrested him, they whisked him into a pickup. They are not police personnel. These are metro men. I was here when they dropped.
They are not metro men. They are not metro men. How can metro men?
MPP.
Metro men Wells.
Are you describing them as MPP
Metro men Wells?
internal security men?
Metro men Wells. What do you call it? Handcuffs.
So they are who?
They
are national.
No. So who are they? How do you term them as what do you call?
That's why I'm saying that they are metro.
That's wrong. That's wrong. This is a wrong reputation. Don't do this. Don't do this.
Listen. We did not say they are from MPP. We are saying that they are metro men. I didn't say they are MPP members. I said they are metro men. So metro, they are not. Gentlemen, are they national security personnel? Are they national security personnel? So that is the situation. At the moment, tension is building up in GHOne, this particular police station. The tension is building up here. We don't know what is happening. The arrival of the metro men has destabilized the peace here, and now it has made confusion in this area. Mami,
about 2 weeks where bro, Papa, where bro. I have one as soon to about 2 years we can't open. And when I and she didn't say what I say. The idea is say team Nayasam. She said, about to a neighbor. Don't find some what you are doing. I know that to when you say about as soon to Arenta. And Tasabasa, where didn't you that you go send the vote to Subatio? Maybe I want one. The thing actually you tell what you on the neck one. Just have your control, baby. I want so 4, so 2. I saw that in Tira. And you're fair.
Yes, Nipada said, you what Pejano. That now she come about 20. What she has to be at Okuta Hazel. Or grow 10 trees in Yada. About 20. Diabo, Monsieur Passas is so dark. Diabo Passas is so dark. A Bayer Jumaso. Some medal first from.
Thank you. So people are angry. Tension is building up here with this. What they describe. Me
a bully agent. Sesame bufu. O minor yetimuno. U transum konko 200 years. That will be worthless as if. U 2 mia. U be free so. Sika nyina ni wiase mu nyina nya wo dia. One day u be free so. Eno na me person panifo hu. Me am gina han. Ye ni obi abo ye ho ban. Oman na yetimu no ye nka oman no ho. Amanfo li tumi echichim ye nsa. Ba sa tumi no ntena so nkodu 200 years da. Masema me ni message am ni ja Ghana man no. Na de omu ye bia no so no. Nyame ohwe.
Senior. In an election, me assure say you cover elections. Me boana, you cover elections. Because elections bang, and any accreditation akwata police agents. Me ask more kan o kaso obi anta so nkwa wie no. Enye se bi obi driving away from anywhere. Only accreditation. I don't want to home the electoral. You appoint the electoral commission officer. Say, I don't think obi home only accreditation. I no call in chain. Kaja say the open for accreditation ra. I simple and accreditation nyoma we. Eti bi nwa no be ka say unta so nkwa wie na wiase na kan ase for no. I accreditation dey adwuma. No, say only accreditation. If you told in elections say kwana kwata election ho mini accreditation where you thought well no
then na ye bono
when e bono me na work as obi amono no the obi kasa say when no me no pato the obi kasa say no oye polling agent no obi amono ni para sa ne kwaso no ono woni baby outside the perimeter minia outside the perimeter papa na we interview is a CA no the interview is on the polling agent they yabuno the minim they yabuno mo hayina yabuno tietia ni na na bichina hobi mi hu bi polling agent was am na yaka polling agent was am na yaka elections obi outside the perimeter na so wakoko na sema we for electoral commission ho for NPP ho and it also polling agent I will need accreditation do you allow to stay
so now the explanation coming from them is that they are saying that the man who came here didn't have accreditation, and so they confronted him to leave where he is. And so when he was going, and that was where the assault actually started, and they threw him into the pickup bucket in front of the police officer who is mining this particular police station, and he said nothing. He didn't even decide to even rescue him, and they have taken him away. So that is the situation now. The MPP is alleging that the man didn't have accreditation as a polling agent, and that's why they came to take him out of there. But after that, the man was assaulted, and he has been whisked into a pickup, taken to a GHOne, where they said they are sending him to police station. So that is the situation. Until this, the venue was very peaceful, very friendly, until this assault incident happened.
Isaac, thank you, Isaac, for bringing us that update from the GHOne constituency. That's one of the polling stations there, and our man on the ground, Isaac Justice Bediako, has just been telling us what has happened. We saw some of the scenes, but you'll also notice that inside the main voting perimeter, there really wasn't confusion in there. The confusion was outside the perimeter of where the voting was taking place. We don't know who those macho men are, and where they are from, or what they were doing, or who they were whisking away. But I'm pretty sure in our subsequent bulletins would bring you better updates to all of these issues. But you wanted to make a point very briefly.
I was just saying that GHOne is a dog bite situation. The independent candidate is coming from the MPP, and it tells you that the MPP is in disarray. The party is not together. They are disunited. So what is happening in GHOne? You go and see polling station executives who form the basis of the party, that is the MPP. You see electoral area coordinators, former executives of the party who are campaigning for the independent candidate. You understand? And these are the people, if you listen to their messages, they are saying that the party that they toil for has disappointed them. The party that they killed themselves for have disappointed them. So MPP should not think that the Ashanti region is the stronghold of the MPP, so the election 2024 is going to go the same way. That is, I've heard messages like that in GHOne. People are actually not happy with their own party. So they decided that, okay, in order for us to punish our own party, to show our protest that our party failed us, we will support the independent candidate, whom the president says he cannot work with, whom the vice president, now flag bearer of the MPP, says he cannot work with, whom the entire party national executives of the MPP descended on. The members of the MPP saying that we will support the person that you don't want. As a protest to show you that you have left us, you have not given us jobs, you have made our businesses collapse, you have not built the party in GHOne, you've not constructed roads that our former MP started, you've abandoned all of them. So it's a dog bite situation in GHOne. We are not going to play any
Honorable MP, you are here saying MPs construct roads.
Oh, I'm not the one. The people said it.
But you should educate it.
The people said
education.
No, you know what? Let me tell you
I'm on the floor.
The man when he was in parliament. Remember, the man was deputy road minister before. The man was deputy road minister before. And he was ranking member for roads. Under NDC administration. And he mentioned, if you listen to the man in their last rally, he himself mentioned, the role of ranking members. The role they play. He said he supported President Mahama. Listen, he said he supported President Mahama to do a lot of road projects, including Airport, Tamale Airport, Terminal 3, many roads in this country. The man said it.
So that's the point you are making.
I hope you give me.
So what's the point you want?
Desperate attempt by my honorable MP on the show today will yield nothing for the NDC.
Why?
Once again, you are telling us that you don't even know what you are about as a party. MPP has disappointed the people, and you won't throw you yourself to go and rescue the people, and you are here rather campaigning for an independent candidate. You don't even believe yourself
to fight
as a party, and you are here once again clamoring that MPs are constructing roads, and you know it is not your job. You know MPs don't construct roads. So if you say this today and you go to your constituency and the people are there, that you were there touting someone's achievement for constructing roads in GHOne, but you have not given us roads, What are you going to tell your people?
Downtown. The man
Can I finish? You made it explicitly clear. You made it explicitly clear that the man has constructed roads.
Yes,
that's what you said. But he has not constructed roads.
Oh,
it's the government that constructs roads.
Yeah, but
whether under NDC, So if he's been able to lobby for roads to come, when even during Mohammed's time, why are you not able to lobby roads for roads to be done in your constituency? So you are boxing yourself. If you go to the constituency today, and the people come charging at you that you were there touting someone's achievement, even during your own government, why are you not giving us saying? Then you raise your hands in the air that you are the MP, you don't construct roads. Let me get the opportunity to speak to people. Let's educate people. The former MP on his own has not constructed any road. If there was any road project being done in the constituency, it was done under the wings of the party or the government of the day, and that is the education. Yeah. Secondly, if
but he was able to lobby, right?
No problem.
Yeah,
no problem. It's the same way,
right?
Credit goes to the MP.
If he was able to lobby for the roads
no problem. He was there, that is what they are there to do.
Right?
He deserves all the credits. If credits is doing him, no problem. They are not against anyone taking credits. When you've done something, you deserve it. But the mischievous impression trying to be created on the platform is what I'm against, and it needs to be exposed. Secondly, anyone campaigning for the former MP, the person is not saying that we are going to vote for an NDC candidate. They didn't mobilize themselves and said we are angry at MPP, so NDC failed the candidate. They are not even looking in your direction. They are looking the direction of the former MP who served on the ticket of MPP. So the fact that people are angry as to the impression you are trying to create doesn't mean they are for you. And I've said it, we've seen it. Kumewu is a test case. They didn't vote for the NDC. Bekwa is a test case. They didn't vote for the NDC. So the people can be angry, like you are saying. It doesn't mean they are going to the December polls voting for you. They will not vote for you. Well, the people are clear in their minds. They will not vote for you for the country. Don't come and sit here and create a sitting question. Calling on doctors, the same doctors Mr. Mahama removed their car waiver. The same doctors who were receiving free education at the specialist level, Mr. Mahama cancelled. And you think they'll come and vote for you today under this government? Every doctor is not home. They're talking about doctors. They think we are in Kenya. Ghana is posting doctors, and only for qualified doctors from the rest of Ghana.
Do you know how long doctors have sat in their houses?
How long? This is my field, honorable. During your time, a group of doctors had to go to JFM to go and agitate to be posted before they were posted. What they're talking about? And we came. Now it's MPP citing it. Now MPP is you are blowing hot and cold. The people you claim today is honorable. The people you claim are campaigning for Aduonu. Have you seen their party cards? You claim the MPP. Have you seen their party cards? So how do I let didn't NDC get votes in Ejiso, the presidential elections? Can't the people clamoring for Aduonu be NDC people? Do you have any evidence to show? I saw ABC and they shown their party cards and their MPP. You see, you can sit here and create all the impression you want. The teachers you are calling on today under you, they worked for 3 years and you pay them 3 months salary. Explain to them why they paid, why they worked. Honorable is kind of very intolerant, like time. Explain to them why they worked under Mr. Mahama and Prof. Nana Opoku-Agyeman as education minister for 3 years, and you give them 3 months salary. Explain to them why they worked for 4 years without promotion under Mr. Mahama and Prof. Nana Opoku-Agyeman. Explain to them why they worked 4 years under Mr. Mahama and Prof. Nana Opoku-Agyeman for 4 good years, and you didn't give them steady leave. Explain to the students of University of Ghana and other public universities why Prof. Nana Opoku-Agyeman imposed utility bills on them to be paid. First in our history, very backward policy. On the 25th of March 2015 at UPSA, Prof. Nana Opoku-Agyeman, sent by Mr. Mahama, championed that thing, and university students were asked to pay library and water bill. But explain to them, Ghanaians have not forgotten the mess you created. They've not forgotten. You took an economy that was growing at 14% plus, and you ran it down. And you are here what? You did what? You did what? I kept quiet for you.
To finish,
please allow him to make the point, because usually he's quiet when you are making the point. Allow him. Allow him.
You said all
you should correct
me what? I'm saying fact.
Let's see, make the point.
Prof. Nana Opoku-Agyeman.
How much is a dollar?
Oh, please.
How much is a dollar?
Oh, you see the intolerance. Honorable, be tolerant, please. Under Mr. Mohammed's presidency and Prof. Nana Opoku-Agyeman's stewardship as education minister, you imposed utility bills on students to pay. Am I lying? You couldn't provide chalks, and you are calling teachers to come and help you come back. To come and do what? A failed government, a failed presidency.
Your propaganda.
You are calling. You are calling Ghanaians that you fail, the teachers you fail, the doctors you fail.
Let me bring you in now.
The teachers and the doctors are decent. They understand the problems of today, and they are able to give you a lot of opportunities. Honorables intolerance this morning.
Please mute their microphones for me. Thank you very much. Leave Mr. Johnson's microphone on.
And you failed them.
Mr. Johnson,
you can't
please,
talk it, Mr. Muhammad, to us again.
We know his record.
You have the floor, Mr. Johnson.
Dr. Ezekiel is saying...
Mr. Johnson, you have the floor. Their mics are off. Don't worry.
Dr. Ezekiel is saying first in history. First in history. They also have first in history, don't they?
Mr. Johnson will not speak for the CPPO.
Please.
Ezekiel, go and do the same things you were complaining about.
I'm sorry, Mr. Johnson.
I'm saying you said first in history, someone has done something. First in history too, you have done something. The first in Ghana's history, we haven't been able to pay our foreign creditors. Is it not so?
No,
it's not so.
It's not first in history. It's not first in history. That's erroneous. The African Development Bank in 2015 wrote to Ghana. You have that record. It's not first in history. Let's correct it. I'm not trying to interject, but I'm setting record straight. First in history, under Mr. Mahama in 2015, you failed to pay the African Development Bank. They issued a letter and imposed sanction on the NDC. It's not first in history.
NDC?
Yes. In 2015, yes.
NDC.
The African Development,
Mr. Johnson, please make your
injunction
point.
on you.
Make your point.
It's not first in history.
These are international creditors.
African Development Bank, is it local?
International creditors.
African Development Bank, are they in Ghana?
Big guys who have helped this country.
African
Bonds,
Development Bank,
loans,
are they in Ghana?
for.
Dr. Ezekiel, please.
Mr. Johnson is creating an
allow him
erroneous
to make
impression.
it. I mean, it's a,
when you're talking, I was quiet. I didn't say anything.
Allow him to make the point.
When it gets to your turn and he wants you to respond, he will give you a chance to respond.
All right. Sorry, Mr. Johnson.
And then he goes on to say that the MPP, nobody in the MPP will vote for NDC. But Dr. Bamia is saying that a vote for the independent person is a vote for NDC. So what are we talking about?
I don't see what you're trying to say here.
What am I trying to say here? You indicated that the gentleman, the Jusu people will never vote for the NDC.
Saying they won't vote for NDC, meaning NDC will not win. That's what I meant.
You see,
I've clarified it.
Please, you didn't clarify it then.
And of course,
don't now say you're clarifying it.
How do you say
no, I don't.
I said it, Dr. Ezekiel. I said let's do it this way. Let's do it this way. Let everybody make their points without any interjection.
Even you make your
if you have any rebuttals, note it. If you have any rebuttals, note it. Then you make those rebuttals later. For now, Mr. Jantwa has the floor to speak. Allow him to speak. Thank you.
I do not understand how there's supposed to be police people at the polling station and such a thing is happening and no policeman approaches the so-called macho men. And the police people there to safeguard peace and to protect the people. So somebody has misbehaved. Is it up to macho men to take that individual to the police station, or it's up to the police to ring for reinforcements to come and pick the gentleman up? And then you go ahead and assault the gentleman. For what reason? As one of the Ejusu people said, election kekeo. It's only election. Why should they be assaulting anybody? What is it? Okay, somebody is trying to be an impostor or trying to do things that are not supposed to do. Isn't it the police who are supposed to take care of it? Why would you want to create that kind of scene? And the next thing you see, the whole place has gone into a different state. So such a thing is the police who are responsible. And you saw the electoral commissioner there. What's his name? When he saw something like that going on, shouldn't he be the one to tell the police, go and take control of it? Shouldn't he do that? He's in charge of that polling station. He's in charge of the elections. You've seen a Ghanaian being assaulted by people we don't know. And the police were standing there. You didn't say anything to them. Okay. If that is the way we want to run our elections, then I'm sorry, 2024 is not going to be an easy election if we do not clear some of these things. It's only Kukrumoti, isn't it? Lantam, I want you. Ezekiel, I want you. Mr. Janto, I want you. Honorable, I want you. Isn't that all? Why should all this come? Why should all this come in? So, let's see. I just hope, and immediately I gave my my first commentary. I indicated that we hope the place should be peaceful. Then we turn to the TV. What happens? Look at what we see. I plead and appeal to the police to make sure that they safeguard citizens at every polling station and should not allow macho men to come anywhere near any of the polling stations. This is a good replica of what can happen in 2024 December. So we should all be mindful that such things don't happen, because it's not fair to even if the man has done something wrong. Why do you assault him? Why do you slap him? Why do you beat him? Why? Why do you carry him and put him in a pickup? Why are you taking him to? So if tomorrow we hear that the man is dead, who do we blame? Who do we point a finger at? And the police are standing there. No. Mr. Attorney General, Mr. Chief Inspector General of Police, make sure that your men do what they are supposed to do at the polling station, because it is not right.
Right. Let's move on. Still speaking about, politics and campaigning, the Vice President, we know, has kick-started his tour of the nation. I think he started in the Eastern region. And he has been speaking to issues about being much more accommodating to churches and Islamic organizations, right? And the Vice President has said when he becomes president, he will provide them with support. He has expressed his desire for a closer relationship between the government and faith-based organizations. I mean, he's been emphasizing the significant contributions of faith-based organizations, like churches and Islamic groups, in building schools and hospitals for the nation. So Dr. Bawumia says that he aims to establish a golden age of cooperation between the government and faith-based organizations by offering them incentives to help the government. Let me quote the Vice President. He says, that golden age means we are going to give incentives to the faith-based organizations to help governments. There are a lot of incentives we give to external development partners. They bring things duty-free and so on, but they don't do as much for us as the faith-based organizations. I am going to give a lot of incentives to the faith-based organizations to help government. Doc, I'll begin with you on this one. Your flag bearer, our Vice President, has been campaigning, and this is what he has been saying.
All right. So the first phase of the flag bearers campaign, he met some interest groups in the country. He had conversations with them, and now he's hit the road, and he started with the Eastern region. He met opinion leaders, he met religious leaders, and that's where he made the remarks. And we saw him engage the youth at the Koforidua Youth Resource Center, built by the MPP, of course. So, and we saw the love that people showed him on the streets. He was walking on the street, shaking hands with pedestrians, shaking hands with drivers, entering people's shops, entering people's workplaces, and fraternizing with the people. So we are very much grateful to the people of the Eastern region for the love they showed the flag bearer yesterday. And I believe that engagement will continue. He will continue to tell the people what he stands for, what he's done as Vice President, and his vision for the country. And it's not surprising that he met the clergy and the people, the religious leaders yesterday. That's Dr. Baumia's modus operandi. Very humble, very listening leader, one that sees everyone as an equal, because definitely in the eyes of God, we are all equal in the eyes of God. And Dr. Baumia believes in a society where we are one, irrespective of your political persuasion, irrespective of your religious affiliation. We are all one people. So you can see what he's been doing with the Islamic community, what he's been doing with the Christian community as well since he took over as vice president. And that's what has earned him the accolade that he's indeed tolerant and he believes in inclusivity as a people. So yes, Dr. Baumia believes that our foreign development partners, we give them some amnesty, tax amnesty, we give some exemptions, some work without paying taxes for a period, some have duty waivers and all that at our ports. And all these are incentives given to individuals and businesses for them to thrive in our country. But we've not taken a critical look at the religious bodies and their important roles they've played in the country and they continue to play. During COVID, we saw what the Church of Pentecost did for the country. Aside the donation of monies, they gave their prayer center to house COVID victims. I was part of the medical doctors who went to the prayer center to assess the individuals that were used to spray our markets and public places. And I went there and I was amazed. The Church of Pentecost giving the whole edifice to government to help the fight against COVID, including other churches and even the Islamic community. So government or Dr. Baumia has realized that, yes, they've been our developmental partners, yet we've not turned or averted our minds to them critically. They are building schools, my secondary school, St. Peter's, Catholic, other schools as well. They are building hospitals. The Christian Health Association of Ghana, CHAC, has a number of hospitals across the country. And we are employing a lot of nurses, doctors, and non-clinical staff. Yet, we've not turned our minds to the religious bodies. So it's about time government, collaborated with the religious bodies, listen to them, know their problems. How can we help you? If nothing at all, and I go to church and I'm down, and I sing, I praise, and my pastor preaches to me, it heals a lot. They are doing a lot of cognitive behavioral therapy. They are doing a lot of psychiatric, psychological work in the mosque and the churches and the shrines that help people to be sane, no matter the problems we go through. Even on that score alone, they need the support they need. They need every incentive that help them. They organize church programs, for example, and they have to rent public places. Can we collaborate? Can we do something for them and give these places to them, since they are working towards humanity and they want to bring relief to humanity aside all that they are doing? So it's a step in the right direction. It's a right call by the vice president that beyond the religious aspect, we need to look at these bodies as our developmental partners. And they've shown numerous examples. We can't sit here and list them. Education, health, whatnot, they've been there. So it's about time we all came to the thinking table and see their problems and see where government can step in. It's all about inclusivity. It's all about helping and identifying every group and every individual that's contributing meaningfully to society and how government is going to help them. It's the same idea that the vice president has, and he believes that businesses need to be supported the same way he believes religious bodies need to be supported. Tax incentives and the tax amnesty he's proposing, the flat rate taxes for small scale businesses, medium scale and large scale businesses is proposing, the fixed duties for the containers that are cleared at our ports, realign our port to be competitive, comparing that to our neighboring countries. So it's that idea he has for every sector that's contributing meaningfully to society. So he speaks to the business people, he has an idea for them, he speaks to the youth, he has an idea for them. He met conference of health secondary school CHAS, and he has an idea for them how he wants infrastructure to be built. Let's think beyond the box. Don't let us push government money necessarily into projects. Let's invite the private sector to take over development, infrastructural development, and for government to pay their investments over years. Let's invite the private sector to come and construct major highways. We shouldn't push our monies in there to increase our debt stock. But when we do that, when we identify people and we identify their resources and we give them the right opportunity and the environment for them to flourish, the government and the people of Ghana are going to be the ultimate beneficiaries at the end of the day. So he has a host of activities lined up, a host of ideas for each and every sector, for each and every institution, for each and every person within the country. And I think it's an idea we all need to come together to praise, and an idea we all need to come together to see how best we can collaborate. And I like how he tagged it, golden age of collaboration. We need to collaborate with our developmental partners, who are the religious organizations and the religious bodies. I'm a product of St. Peter's, a school built by the Catholics, and a lot of others. The Presex we see, Presbyterian Church, the Wesley Girls we see, Methodist Church, St. James Seminary, a lot of schools that are doing well. The A-list schools, particular in this country, are all Christian-based or faith-based schools. Okay. And we can talk of the Islamic schools we have as well, churning out brilliant students, training society, proving and society-centered individuals for tomorrow. So it's about time we don't just look at them as religious bodies, but people or institutions who are helping the country develop, and help them with whatever they need to help the country as well.
Honorable, do you agree with what the Vice President is saying?
Well, Lantan, the 2024 elections is going to be based on whom Ghanaians can trust, whose words can be taken. It is not about somebody just running your mouth and making the usual promises they did when they were in opposition. You see, Ghanaians are going to compare President Mahama's reign when he was in office and how President Mahama was very responsible when problems arises in this country. President Mahama never shielded his responsibility. President Mahama will come boldly and take responsibility for any problems that this country involved itself or got into when he was the president of Ghana. So I'm saying that Dr. Bawumia, when he was addressing the religious leaders, I am telling you that a chunk of them, if you look at their faces, were laughing at him. Because why? His word cannot be taken. This is a man who told Ghanaians, who ran lectures when he was in opposition, and told Ghanaians how he was going to manage the economy of this country. This is a man who told Ghanaians in their 100 days in office that the dollar has been arrested and the keys given to the IGP. Mr. Jantua, Dr. Bawumia, what is happening today? The dollar is 14 cedis today. So I'm just trying to let you know that Dr. Bawumia should not think that what he did yesterday can happen today. Ghanaians are wide awakened. Ghanaians have seen him. He is the reason why every politician is seen as a liar in this country. He's the reason. Because he churned out a lot of untruthfulness. He churned out lies to Ghanaians, deceived Ghanaians into office, he and his boss. He's addressing religious leaders today. Even he and his boss, that promised national cathedral. What is the state of the national cathedral? Look at the corruption that has happened under the national cathedral. What are they doing about it? Today you've gone to meet religious leaders and want to promise them sin, heaven and earth. They will not listen. Their followers will not listen. They themselves will be laughing at you. They see you as somebody who is not serious because you've said many things that has not happened. But in any case, Lantan, is Dr. Bawumia being wicked to Ghanaians? Having been in office as vice president for almost 8 years, Dr. Bawumia has all these brilliant ideas, and Dr. Bawumia never implemented one of them. Dr. Bawumia has never he hasn't come to tell Ghanaians that I have told my boss, President Akufo-Addo, that we should give you tax incentives, we should work with you, and he's refused. So today he knows this. Why has he ridiculed the office of the vice president? He even described himself as a driver's mate. Then we should better scrap the office of the vice president under this regime. It has no use, according to Dr. Bawumia. He is nobody in this government. And the office should have been scrapped from 2017 till now. But he's been there and he benefited so much from it. In some of the achievements, he says he is the one who did ABCD. He's championing himself as the man for digitalization. And some of the achievements, positive things about the government, he says he's the vice president who did this. And many of them, he says, I'm not part. That is double standard. That is hypocrisy.
But he serves at the behest of the president. So if the president gives him an assignment, he performs the assignment,
he told us
he can take credit for the assignment that he performed under the instruction of the president.
That's what he's saying. I saw somebody saying that he behaves like a child. I can't even describe it. But you see, what I'm just trying to say is that the election is not going to be the usual lies. Ghanaians are well awakened. Bawumia is in office. He and his boss, they still have few months to serve. The economy is under reverse. The clergy that he met, all the religious leaders and their followers are feeling the heat of this administration. So Bawumia should have been telling them that from now till December, I'm going to advise my boss, President Akufo-Addo, so that we can do ABCD for you. But not when you vote for me, I'm coming to give you tax incentives. Because they voted for him. They voted for him before. They voted for he and his boss. And they are on the throne. They are the ones manning the affairs of the country. And his boss and himself, his boss is driving or was driving the car into the gutter. He, as a driver's mate, he watched his boss drove the car into the gutter. And he says, okay, now Ghanaians, give me the car. I can drive it myself. That is what Dr. Bawumia is telling us. Who will take such a man serious? Nobody. So the election is going to be who Ghanaians can trust. When we had done so, President Mahama came out to take responsibility. Today, what is happening? Dumso, that people are just asking for common timetable. They are being insulted.
Well, I said Dumso will be a thing of the past.
Do you understand?
And people are reporting that recently, relatively, the power is gradually becoming.
Yes, but I'm saying that it was worse under a particular regime, and President Mahama took responsibility and fixed it. And they even blame him that he imported so many power badges that we didn't need. So we are sitting here with power badges, excess power, and yet we are in Dumso. Can you take these people serious? We have excess power. We brought in so much, so we brought in so many megawatts into the system, and yet we are in Dumso. This is MPP. This is what they are telling us.
But they say Dumso is being fixed. They say Dumso is being fixed, right?
Man, is it fixed?
They say it's being fixed.
Is it fixed? Dumso is not fixed. Let's don't lie here. Nobody should sit down here and lie that Dumso is fixed. Ghanaians are, look, I was in
The deputy minister for energy.
Please, he shouldn't come there. He is a liar.
Said
he is nobody but a liar.
No, Herbert Krapper, deputy minister for energy. He's also board chairman. He's also board chairman for the ACG.
Are they the only person?
Has given an assurance.
Lantam.
And in fact, he said,
if you want to know how bad Dumso is, even areas, suppose renowned areas, East Legon, Trasaco, all those areas can go off 24/7. That is what they are doing to Ghanaians.
So you don't believe Dumso will be fixed?
Even Upper West, but it's not fixed. Dumso is not fixed.
Okay.
That is the problem.
Well, the 10 days are not up yet.
That is MPP. They've always failed to accept responsibility. And they always think that everything they should do politics with it. Even when the thing is white, they should say it's black. Why? I don't have lies. And I'm saying that give us timetable so that we can plan. Then you say no, there is no Dumso. Meanwhile, you keep on offering the lies. You keep on, giving us lies off. And yet you say there is no Dumso.
Right.
As if when I sleep in darkness, I don't know that I've slept in darkness.
Okay.
But please, take us seriously for once. Don't go around lying. So I just want to say that the election is about whom Ghanaians can trust and who Ghanaians see to be a liar. One tells lies a lot, the other one tells truth.
Okay. Mr. Jantua, let me come to you now. Dr. Bawumia has been campaigning and he's been courting the support of religious bodies, speaking of more collaboration.
Please, let me ask a question. Was Vice President Bawumia given a responsibility when he came in 2017?
Yes.
He was given responsibility.
Yes.
What was that responsibility?
Spearhead digitalization, be the head of the economic management team.
What the president said to us, he lifted his hand and said, this was my economic guru. He's going to spearhead the economy. No be so?
Yes.
That was his responsibility.
Yes.
That was work he was given, which was given to him. How can he now call himself a driver's mate?
Oh, you denigrate the office
How?
like that.
So it means the work that was given to him, he wasn't able to execute it to the satisfaction of his boss. No be so? It's not that he wasn't given responsibility.
I don't think the vice president said he has not been able to execute.
But where's the economy today?
Because I remember he said he's very proud of the work that they've been
where
able to
is
do
the economy today?
as the economic
Will
management team.
Ghanaians clap for Dr. Baumia where the economy is concerned today? Will we? We know he was given that responsibility.
But the buck stops with the president.
Well, he was given responsibility. So he's saying whatever he said, the president didn't take. That's what he's telling us. Then you say what? You're coming to give incentives. It is his right to give incentives to the churches, to the Islamic faith. But let me ask you a question. Do churches pay tax? Do churches pay tax?
Well, if the church is doing business, they'll have to pay tax.
Well, do churches pay tax? Churches don't pay tax. It's only if the church decides to do a business, then that business pays tax. So what is he saying to us?
He says they've contributed a lot to the country, building schools and hospitals and all of that.
That's true.
So
They've
it would be
contributed.
nice for them to be given incentives to do more, because
So-
there are other people who are
so,
given incentives
fair
and they don't
enough.
contribute as
So,
much as the
you see,
church and other faith-based
the challenge,
organizations.
the challenge here is the how. What kind of incentives are you talking about? And this is sometimes some of the things I don't understand about our politicians. They give blanket statements and don't tell us how it's going to be done. He mentioned nothing. It was a huge opportunity for him to talk about the National Cathedral. Huge opportunity.
You run away from it.
He has brought the faith-based religious bodies in. He should have said something about it. When I come, A, B, C, D, E is what I'm going to do. He was silent. Then he goes and talks about Dumso being stopped in the next few days.
Yes.
Yes. He did say it. He's vice president, isn't he? Don't you think Ghanaians deserve to know how you're going to cancel that, to solve that challenge? We know the challenge of Dumso is finance. And you're an economic guru. Shouldn't you, as vice president, wanting to come in as president, indicate to Ghanaians, this thing is going to end in the next 5 days, 10 days. This is what we are doing to make it end. We have been able to get money from XYZ. And this is what we are going to use to help buy WHY. Not, we are giving you free water, we are giving you free electricity, then 6 months down the line you've got to pay for it and pay taxes on it. Not that.
That's why I say you can't trust them.
Not that.
You can't.
You give blanket statement, blanket, that we are going to what do you call it, we are going to solve this problem in the next 10 days. How do Ghanaians know that if you solve this immediate problem, 3 months down the line we are not going to face Dumso again? How do we know that? So when you give concrete statements that we can say, yes, that particular way you've handled it is going to solve Dumso going forward.
Mr. Johnson.
Especially where you have been able to keep the lights on for a long duration of time. So you had a plan that you were able to keep the lights on for a long duration of time. Now that you are in this kind of flux, don't you think you owe it to us to tell us that because we are able to do XYZ, with this one, we'll also be able to do XYZ and it won't come back again? Has he said it?
I want you to hold that thought for me a bit, and let's cross over back to Ejiso, where my colleague Ibrahim Al-Hassan is standing by at a different polling station from where Isaac Justice Bediako reported earlier. He will tell us what has been happening there. Ibrahim, welcome to the show. Where in the Ejisu constituency are you right now, and what has been happening there?
Once again, welcome to Ejisu. This is GHOne Community Center, where voting has been ongoing
since 7 a.m. There is something that runs through the exercise so far, Lantam, in today's by-election in Ejisu, and that is taught manner of voting. What do I mean by that? I mean, you can hardly find a queue at the more than 10 polling stations I've visited. It's like a walk-in. So those who decide to exercise their franchise will walk leisurely to the voting center, as is happening here at GHOne Community Center. And at every point in time, you have less than 3 people, sometimes just 1 person, joining the process to be cleared to exercise his or her franchise. And like I said, I've been to more than 10 voting centers. That is a story that runs through everywhere. I will, in a moment, engage the presiding officer who is ensuring that there is order here, briefly to give us the numbers. Yes, so I'm joined by the presiding officer. You are live on GHOne TV. I'll allow him to introduce himself. He has ensured that there's calm at this GHOne Community Center voting Center 1. Of course, there is a second one as well. First of all, your name, please.
I'm Douglas Opoku-Mensah.
Mr. Opoku-Mensah, how has it been so far?
So far, so good.
All right, let's have the numbers. What I've observed from more than 10 polling stations I've visited is that I don't find any queue. People walk in, the process is smooth, they go through, they vote, and then they leave. Is the story different from here?
The same as here.
Are you concerned that we don't have many people so far?
No. I like this one so that
Maybe in the evening,
by the end we are going to have a
coming.
peaceful election.
All right.
When there are plenty, and normally there are chaos, one here or there. So this one is good. When you come, you vote, you go.
What are the numbers saying? How many are you expecting to vote here, and how many have voted so far?
We're expecting 561.
Okay.
And now we have 58.
Okay. And you think that's encouraging?
Oh no.
But at least you are hopeful that many more will come. When you look at this community, are they farmers? If they are farmers, is it that many of them have decided to go to farm before coming, or they have adopted the typical wait and see attitude of the Ghanaian?
I think they have adopted wait and see attitude of the Ghanaian, because we have a mixed community here. Okay. Just few are farmers, others are government workers, and others. And I think today is not a holiday, so definitely the government workers will decide to go to work, and then later on they will come and vote. So we are waiting for them around 5 and see what will happen.
Yeah. As I mentioned, Mr. Dogo, we've been able to maintain some calm here, but there are some happenings behind you. There are people massed up there. I understand they have voted, but they are refusing to leave. Is that the case?
They are not in my center.
Okay.
They are just outside where I have barricade. So I don't care.
You don't
whether it won't cause any problem to me, I'm okay.
Yeah. As far as security is concerned, I know, of course, there are security men at hand. I do have
such issues for us.
Oh, okay.
The security are with them. They are handling such issues. So I don't see the need for me to go there. I'll just need to take care of my center and then the electoral materials I have.
Did you start at 7 exactly?
7 exactly.
And you had all your materials intact?
Yes, please.
And so far, the BVDs have not misbehaved?
No problem at all.
Mr. Douglas, grateful. So, Lantam, like I said, this is a story that runs through, and I can tell you that the policemen are at hand. Are related to the fact that there was some amount of chaos. As you can see behind me, there are a group of people who are masked up, and their concerns are that at the point there were about 2 people. There were about 2 people who were in one voting center, that's a polling booth, and to them that was not something encouraging. What is it? I didn't know this. I didn't know. You are live on GHOne TV.
Oh, the next question say any problem. Yeah, no. We say Homana or Masano. Yeah, Gina actually. Nti John, no say kwan ho no kura mpo. Kwan no dangerous sin say na yate wako jabe. Police ni ba ya say I dey na ho na ye Gina no. Obi beto abana. Chese ye dey ye man sign. Nti ni ye dey yam solid flee honum. Ani ye na say nya lot say ye solid flee honum. Anu nti na ma wasa ahoma no. Sa homa na de asa on no e kire de ade. Se de nipa no emma ho nti na ma wasa homa no. Ye gina homa na chi. Ti wo ba ba se yen so le fi on mo mom so jeja ha se ekwan no ho no so no. Ade no mu gina ho na ya ate ho ja bi wo se ye de yen so le fi ho no. Nti en de ye nte ase. En na ekofa sa mpenche ye ba. En so no pani ba ko ba no asem wo be kan ye no ato asomu na ama ye de ya sole ama ya sole ho no. What I say, enya bufo ye che kroma no no e peace na ye wa ha ase
enti na edi entina na mo pese mo kwagina ho edi entina mo
bi di entia tio e ho gina no se de be ya ye nko inside enko fa penche bi ade emma ahanum ye ekwan ekwan wa no uja no be na se kai ba ka betumi ade aba akofa accident aba tina ma ye ko gina wo ne ho no nti wo hwe intervals ne kwampo na begi ahoma ne wo ne ho no emutwe nti ma ye ko gina ho no
nti na wo se ebi nso gina ha ya ma wo se machofo bi gina eno ha mo ana
yes ada na omo mu jeja ha say na ya te ye ho gina fala we no na wo se ye nso limfli ho no ye die ntira ye die ntira na omo ben na ya te ye ho fala we no wo se ye nso limfli ho no nti na ho no che se entwa ye ani nti na ekofa asampenche ne de e baaye
ba fi de nti ase ye adwuma
yes afi de nti ase ye adwuma
na wato aba
afi na me koto
na wonya nto ye kura na ha na wato aba
to ha
and I say what Bible monitor one hour monitor man
yeah
one hour monitor
no me kan kire
won carry your monitor all right I just back to ha are you an observer?
Yeah, I'm an observer.
Okay, what have you observed so far? I'm live on GHOne TV.
Okay, thank you. So far, everything is cool. I haven't observed any bad situation. Okay.
How has the process been so far? I've realized that there are not many people massed up at every polling center. There are no queues. Does that signal a low voter turnout, or you think as the day progresses, many people?
Yeah. You know, today is a working day, so I think from 12 going, they will come. The people will come. Yeah. Yes.
Let's go about security. Hey, I'm listening.
So far, some people, if they vote, they go back to their work. So I think it will be improved.
Okay, let's talk about security. Finally, do you think at least the number of policemen you see and those on patrol is enough to assure everybody of a high sense of security?
The security has done best. They have done their best because so far no bad incident has happened. We are now witnessing smooth and fair elections. Yeah.
Okay. Eja also o monitor ma hwan. Yeni nkomo o monitor.
De obi ekoto na bade de obi ekoto na bade won trimo ntimi nkan fa nto dwa wa ha.
Men ka se ka kire me ne wo to aba ma no. Se wo ha o monitor ne ekoso. Why nti na ogina ha?
Oh, the metana chintina mjina ha. Eno na mse ntimi nkan fa nto dwa wa bla.
Ba wonya ntie bi se bi boni bi bekoso ana.
Se ate se amafo ayo ma dwune se wo be dwurum bi wa ha. Enti enso ade ne ato fam a ye hwe ne ye ko.
Mo hwe se dwurum bia enko.
Sa enti na enso ye wa ha na ya balanga jina ha no.
Enti so far bibi ekoso kama.
Bibi ekoso. O de hwe distance baby a ne ye gina ya ye be pam ye free hey. Ene ye kwan hu he ya ye gina. Ahi na nkese se ye gina. Ujina ha ka beti ba betwa fa so wa bla woni na ho so. Na se ye gina fence we hu we chirichiri nsem be pam ye free ho no ma. De mo ya na se de mpese mo ye no. Ye nyina de ni to form na hwe.
All right, so Lantam, to sum up what he's saying, the two of them actually, they were talking about the fact that they had picked signals, that there were some untoward things that had been planned, and they were going to ensure that they monitored and ensure nothing wrong happens here. And that's why they had masked up earlier at that end, outside the barricade, but then they were asked by the police to leave that place and come and stand by the roadside. I have one more person here, you're live on GHOne TV. What's your mission here?
Oh, we are actually supporting lawyer Kwabena Boateng to win the seat for the New Patriotic Party. It's a great achievement for lawyer Kwabena Boateng to win for the Ejoso constituency. Definitely he's going to win. And the development the MPP government has brought to Ejoso is overwhelmed.
Yes.
It's overwhelmed. Look at the road from here to Efijase. Yes. Who did it? It's the MPP government. Yes. So we need to retain the MPP government in government so that we can win and proceed on and develop Ghana. MPP is the only party that can develop Ghana. No one.
I'm telling you today.
But they're also saying that Eduomi also constructed some of the roads as deputy roads minister.
Asana is a retiree.
Okay.
He's a retiree. He's going home.
Okay.
We need not to maintain him here.
Yeah. Why?
We need Kwabrabwatin to maintain the seat for MPP. Okay. Asad now, we don't need Mahama. He's a retiree. Okay. Professor Jena no Pokwajo is a retiree. Okay. We don't need them. We need young guys to rule this country.
Yes. Okay.
We have been there. Nana Akufo-Addo is an old man. We know it. He's an 80 years man. Okay. Look at how he has ruled the Ghana. We don't need them.
Is it bad?
No, it's good. He has worked very hard.
Okay, yes. But you said the old must go.
No. Asad Nana Akufo-Addo is the man ending the old mission. Yes. Okay. So we need him. Dr. Baumia is coming. Okay. Yes. That's what we're saying. That's to lead. That's what we're saying. Okay. That's what we're saying.
Will you be surprised if at the end of the day Eduomi wins and then lawyer Boatin?
Eduomi can never win. We are in grounds. We are the ground. We have been here. We are campaigning everywhere, every corner. We are going there. There's no way Eduomi will win. Yes. He will never win.
His supporters are saying that you guys are planning to rig the election. That's why they are here. They have opened their eyes.
Even during the Saturday, the president aligned that situation that you are talking about. He came out with it and saying that there's no rig. During his time, do we rig for him?
Okay.
Did we rig for him?
The another allegation is that you guys are sharing money.
Oh,
he's also sharing money.
Even NDC people, even NDC people who even doesn't have a candidate, they have even given a lot over 50 billion Ghana cedis to the Eduomi man.
Did you see it?
We saw the letter. It's on social media.
But the letter is fake.
Oh, it's not fake. Who told you it's fake?
The letter signed by Fifi Kwete.
Oh, it's not fake.
It's not fake.
It's not fake.
Even though Fifi Kwete himself says it's fake.
Fifi Kwete, that man, we are telling him today that Fifi Kwete, what he has been insulting the president and the vice president, the MPP presidential. We are telling Fifi Kwete, read the MPP youth. We are massive aggressive more than him. Okay. We are telling him today he should back off. There's no way the NDC is coming to power again.
Is that why his letter cannot be fake? That letter cannot be fake.
It's not fake. It's not fake.
If the man whose signature is on it says it's fake.
We know it. They have paid them. We know it. We know it.
The man says it's fake. He didn't utter it. Why will I not believe it?
It's not fake. 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 It's not fake.
We hear you. And so basically, Lantam, that's the interesting development here, and we're just referencing the letter from the regional executives to the national executive of NDC. They've all refuted and then denied uttering this particular letter. We spoke to Joseph Yamin. We spoke to the Ashanti regional chairman of the NDC. The question he was asking was that the NDC has a candidate for the 2024 December 7 election in this particular constituency. Will it make political sense for the NDC to throw its weight behind Eduomi? If Eduomi wins today, chances are Eduomi will be retained come December 7. What would that make of the candidate of the NDC? But of course, these letters started making rounds a few days ago. And if you understand, the president had mentioned that a vote for Eduomi means a vote for the NDC. The vice president and flag bearer of the NPP, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, had mentioned the same thing. But of course, what I can tell you is that this constituency is sharply divided. If anybody sticks their neck out and tells you that this is a walk in the park, this is a victory in the bag, that person might be laughing at the wrong side of the mouth. Okay. But as they say, it's in the sweetness of the pudding is in the eating, basically. Lantam, yes, why you wanted to say something? Somebody said he wanted to say something briefly.
My brother, I've just everything.
So you have nothing.
We are telling them that what is written is written.
Okay.
Lawyer go, lawyer come.
Lawyer go, lawyer come. All right, Lantam.
The person can say. Yeah. This seat is an MPP seat.
Okay.
No matter what, that's what they did to the late John Kuma. Eduomi told us that when he loses the elections, he told us that John Kuma cannot win this seat for us. Yes. But John Kuma win 68,000 in the difficult elections, and NDC got 14,000. The difference is 54,000 in this constituency. How can you, NDC people, come and win with Eduomi?
It never happened.
Eduomi is ungrateful to the president, His Excellency, because you cannot be an MP before before you develop your people. No, it's never 8 months, 7 months, 8 months or 7 months. You are going for elections for to be an MP to develop the area. We, the NPP people, we gave you opportunity. 12 years, you didn't develop anything, but you are not an MP. But the president thought it wise that you can help as an engineer. That's why he appointed you as a deputy minister for roads and highways. I went to his office at the road ministry. What do you know what Ademi told me? He's a very friend. He told me that Lawyer Amakwata, honorable, the 10th minister, is not giving him room to operate. That is what he told me.
What did you go to do there? What did you go to do?
Yes, I am a contractor. Yes, I am a contractor, a businessman.
So you went for contract?
Yes, I've paid for it.
Right, so Ibrahim there engaging some of the people who are there to vote. And it's interesting, the reports that are coming in. Of course, throughout the entire day, we'll be bringing you updates right here on GHOne Television. So make sure that you stay tuned into GHOne Television. Ibrahim Al-Hassan is on the ground. Isaac Justice Bediako is on the ground. Musa Lansan is on the ground. So very comprehensive coverage and reportage will be brought to you. We'll have to begin to wrap up our conversations. Mr. Jantwa, you were making a point before we had to cut in to take that report from IB. I want you to wrap up on that for me.
Right. Threw my train of thought away. Yeah, we're talking about Dr. Baumia.
Yes.
Yeah. And I think he has the right to decide what he wants to do and sell his idea to the people of Ghana. But yet again, you're sitting vice president. You still have the chance to show what your party can do. You're sitting vice president in a party that is ruling the country. So use it even as a test case. Some of the things they are saying, you can't do all in this short duration. Those things that you can do, use as a test case to show that it's possible. But you don't jump yourself out of where you are. And MPP commentators keep saying, oh, he talks about some of the things that the MPP has done. Fair enough. Does he believe in it himself? The driver's mate, does he believe in it? So let's see. I'm saying December 7th will decide who wins. And some people can change their minds even in the booth, the voting booth. So right now you can talk whatever you want to talk. Those who listen to somebody else and decide who they want to vote for.
Okay.
It's simple.
Very well. We'll have to be wrapping up our conversations at this time. Let me get final words, on the issues that we've been talking about from you, my panel, before we wrap up. Doc, let me come back to you. Your final words.
My MP made an emphatic statement that I want to reiterate to the good people of Ghana. That Ghanaians are going to compare the two candidates and see who is credible. Sure. One is proposing sound policies. And all that we hear from the NDC is to tell Ghanaians what he's telling them cannot be the case. We rather should go for a failed administration. You are here trying to spin what the vice president said and told us that the president was sending the bus somewhere and the vice president looked on as the mate. So how can we trust the mate to be giving the steering? But in your case, your candidate was the president. Or see, you can't criticize him when you've not been president before. So when he was driving and the whole country told you that, driver, baby, I will convoy through. Then you can't criticize me when you've not been president. When the whole country told him, driver, baby, I will convoy through, he told Ghanaians that, until Bia, and he danced to the song happily. Indeed, he went to the Abyss. Failed administration, incompetence all over, insensitivity, taking money's meant for market women, the Kobe seller, the JNA seller, the tomato seller, who, through no fault of theirs, had their businesses bent. And you are giving monies to appointees of Mr. Mahama, squandered the monies. And we are here being told to go back for that administration. The administration that gave people 300 cedis for their pig farm and told the whole world that the 300 cedi had changed their lives, that of their families, yet invested millions into a confirm that we never saw a single one. The administration that told the youth that not a magician to create jobs for you. The administration that told the youth that I can't put money in your pocket. You are asking us to go for that administration. It beats my imagination. So indeed, it's about Ghanaians seeing who is credible. One that held the steering, threw all cautions to the wind, and failed wantonly, inherited all the positives, and ran everything down. That administration is what we are asking us to go for. The administration that supervised teachers being shortchanged, the administration that supervised doctors and nurses being shortchanged, nurses sitting home from 2012 without work, teachers sitting home since 2012 without work. You are asking us to go for that administration to come and promise us to end, to come and promise us in Kokobu and Kitinkiti, to promise us to remark WASI papers as though he doesn't trust the Ghanaian child to be brainy enough to pass exams and win international laurels. The administration that's promising you that what? Maybe you confirm them. The administration that's promising you to eat wache at 2 a.m. The administration that's promising you to eat fufu at 2 a.m. Please. Very well. You are asking us to go for that administration. You've been in power for 8 years. You can't tell us a single thing you did as vice president. Someone has had the confidence to mount a podium and enumerated numerous achievements as vice president. You are here fighting against that person. Instead of you to mount a platform and tell Ghanaians that as vice president, I was able to do ABC. You couldn't even name one, yet you are against the one that mounted the podium, counted his achievement as vice president. Ghanaians know better. Your final
Easy Lantam. NPP, I don't know who they think they are, whether they are the only people who have brains to analyze what is happening in the country. When they talk, I feel like running diarrhea. And I'm always shocked that even today, go, the business analyst, today, headline, read it. The CD is what the banner headline, read it. The CD is one of the poorest performing currency in our sub-region. Under the supervision of the man you are here praising. The CD today is 14.20 pesos to $1. Under President Mahama, under President Mahama as vice president and President Mahama as president, how much was the CD to the dollar? 3.8. My brother, you sit here to talk about corruption, COVID money, even in terms of sickness, a disaster. A pandemic that bedeviled this country. Please listen. Your party people, you have your party people who told us that COVID money was shared to your party cronies. COVID money was shared to individuals.
So it's right for Sendinam to
COVID money. We are not talking about Sendinam.
You had your time.
What I'm trying to say is that if it's corruption, your entire party should bury your heads in shame if it's corruption, including your president, including the vice president who is your candidate. Everybody is stealing left right from this administration. Corruption is your hallmark. You cannot pride. You can't talk about corruption.
Nothing proven.
What is it? Even SML. The KPMG report. Your president is hiding it. The president should publish the report. The president should publish the KPMG report about SML deal.
Nothing proven.
You see, NPP Lantan, I'm just surprised that they think Ghanaians, we don't reason. President Mahama record. You talk of a confirmed flying. If a confirmed is flying, listen. You said that. If a confirmed can fly, a confirmed have wings that can fly. Aboboya flew out of this country.
So it's right for a confirmed to fly.
You understand? So it is right for Aboboya. Aboboya that doesn't have wings. Yes, a confirmed can fly.
Because it's right for them to fly.
I am telling you.
You are telling the people of the north.
If a confirmed can fly, it is because a confirmed have wings.
My brother.
What of Aboboya? Aboboya that flew out of this country.
You are telling the people of the north.
Every sector of this country,
the money in a confirm, and it's right for them to fly.
Please. All right. Yes, it is right for Aboboya to fly. Lantam.
You are telling the people of the north that my brother right for confirm to fly.
Look, President Mahama's record.
Instead of giving them the
President Mahama's
please.
President Mahama's record as president, you cannot compare to any regime. Yes,
failed.
it is true.
It was failed.
Ghanaians, you can't compare it as failed because why is the MDC most attractive party today? Why is President Mahama an angel today?
He's not an
angel. It is because you people
have not an angel.
Ghanaians thought that President Mahama wasn't doing well because you MPP deliberately connive with the media and threw mad at him and brought in somebody that who said try me. Somebody who said try me. And they tried the person and he failed everybody. Today, he's so arrogant, he's not tolerant, he's going around insulting chiefs, telling chiefs to stand up to greet him. He's not tolerant at all. And you still think that President Mahama has failed? But my brother, I was buying dollar. I was buying dollar for 3 cedis. He didn't fail. Today I'm buying dollar at 14 cedis and you're saying that it's better today. He didn't fail. Dr. Yeshua, is that your analysis?
He didn't fail.
Is that your analysis?
He didn't fail.
President Mahama cannot be described as failure.
He didn't
if you
fail.
want to compare President Mahama and President Nana Akufo-Addo, President Mahama is an angel. President Mahama fared well. President Mahama administration fared very well.
It's right for that confirm to fly.
Let me land by saying that
it's right for that confirm.
There were some few disasters that hit my constituency a few days ago. The MMA primary school was hit. The Ulutuampoi Yaoyiri primary school was hit. In fact, let me assure them that I have dispatched a team of carpenters with materials to go and re-roof those schools. So they should be rest assured that their MP
is working.
Thank you
is
very
working.
much.
Rambo Dapula is working. He's working for Jarapa.
It's right for that confirm to fly.
Yes, Mr. Johnson. Final word to you.
When President Mahama came into power, he did projects, didn't he? There was corruption, wasn't there? There was Galamsey, wasn't there? He was thrown out, and then he took us to IMF, didn't he? He was overthrown. A new party came in President Akufo-Addo. He's done projects, hasn't he? There's been corruption, hasn't there? Galamsey, it's been Galamsey. He promised us he would sort Galamsey out, didn't he? And he's also taken us back to IMF. So, 2 parties in power. Same thing.
Under which conditions?
Same thing has happened through and through. There was Dumso in one, there's been Dumso in the other. So Ghanaians, you look at the two administrations and decide for yourselves. It's not Kwame Jantua who is sitting here who will tell you, vote for this one or vote for that one. You, as Ghanaians, 2 administrations, not far from each other. One had 8 years, one had 4 years. One had more money in, one had not so much money in as the other did. So, you decide.
One decided to give haircuts.
You decide.
One decided to invest in a confirming never.
You decide.
One decided not to pay teachers' salaries.
Come December 7th. One decided, Dr. Ezekiel is saying that one decided not to pay teachers. One also decided to take money from bondholders. One decided to bring e-levy in to take illegal money from people's bank accounts. One didn't try and do that. So, Ghanaians, I leave it to you. Come 7th December. Come 7th December.
They kicked you out.
Come 7th December. We will see what will happen. But remember, come 7th December, the dynamics are not going to be between these 2 parties. Dynamics are not going to be between these 2 parties. There are others that are also there. So, it's going to be an interesting election. Let's see how it pans out.
Let's see how it pans out. Thank you very much.